All right, your review on differential equations. So here's a differential equation. It means a derivative equation. So here's a derivative equation. And I want to solve it, work backward. Ultimately, it's an integration question. So we're going to go through the steps. So instead of y prime, we're going to write it as dy by dx. And now step 2 is, all of them are important, but step 2 is really important. You have to separate the variables. So the y is on one side and the x is on the other side. So I'm going to multiply both sides by dx. And then I'm going to divide, in this case, both sides by y. To separate them. All right, they're done. Next step, once the y's are on one side, the x is on the other side, we're going to integrate this. So on the left side, I could write it calculus friendly, but it would be y to the negative 1. It's a special situation for integrating. So what does it mean when you integrate 1 over y? And the answer is it's a logarithm. So we're going to write down ln and the absolute value bars of y. And on the right side, add 1 to the exponent and divide. It's going to be x squared. And the derivative of x squared is 2x. You can see it. And then plus c. Now we need to solve for y and get y by itself. So for a logarithm, to solve for y, we're going to write it exponentially. So I'm going to raise this. So exponentially means the base of the logarithm's e. What I see here is the exponent for e. And then what's inside is by itself. I'm going to separate this using some exponent laws. So when you're adding the exponents, it means the same as multiplying. And the bases are the same, so these are equivalent. So I separated it for another e to the c, because when you multiply, you add the exponents just like that. They're the same. Then when I remove the absolute value bars, it could be positive or negative e to the c, which is just a number. I'm going to do a constant replacement. So I can replace that constant with a simpler constant. I'm just going to call it C1. So that's just a number, whatever that number is. So I can just replace that's what's complicated into a simple constant. And now you've solved the differential equation. If you're given a point, so let's say you're given the point like 0, 2, at this point, if it goes through a point, you would plug that point in. So y is 2, x is 0, and then you would solve it. So 0 squared is 0, e to the 0 is 1. So 1 times that, that means that that constant is equal to 2. And then that would mean our equation's y equals 2 times e to the x squared, and you've solved your differential equation. So what do we do again? Step 1, we wrote it as dy by dx. Then we separate the variables, we integrated, and then we solve for y, and then we plugged in a point to solve for the constant, and we have our answer. All right, Mr. G Math over and out. I hope that helped. Until next time.